Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to a really special online event today. It's called Explore Shamanic Rituals to Embody the Healing Power of Spirit Animals, how to connect with the magical energy of the spider, monkey, and hawk. My name is Stephen Dinan, and I'm the founder and president of the Shift Network, and I'm delighted to be with you because we get to spend time with my beautiful brother from the Andes, who is just such a source of inspiration and joy for so many of us. His name is Puma Fredy Quispe Singona. He's an Andean medicine carrier. He's taught a number of programs, and we've done a number of different sacred journeys to Peru, and he is always just filled with love in transmitting the wisdom traditions that he's inherited. So Puma, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you, Stephen. Very happy to hear. Hello, my wonderful family.
We're going to dive in and really create more of a sacred space. I do want to let everyone know up front, we're going to have a brand new program with Puma that we're super excited about. We'll share towards the end of the hour. It's called Shamanic Rituals to Embody the Healing Power of Spirit Animals. So it's really going to go much deeper into what you're going to start to learn about today. So more to come on that. So Puma, I wonder if you could begin our time together with a little bit of a ritual prayer or blessing to create sacred space and we all participate.
Yes. Ampuy. Sumak uywa pachamama uywa. Nokay ko ang kay. Sungkoy ko pikay. Tupoy ko pikay. Spirituy ko nokay ko takal panchawang ko sa minchawang ko. Always in gratitude to our sacred nature, to Pachamama and her children, the animals. For us, they're our older brothers, our older sisters. So I'm calling on their sacred spirit, especially of the monkey, of the spider, of the hawk today, to bring us the blessings of their nature and bring us the blessings of their powerful spirit powers.
Beautiful. Thank you for invoking the sacred space. And I want to start with a little bit of an understanding of the role of sacred power animals and spirits in shamanic practice and in your lineage. Your birth name was not Puma, and so the invocation of calling you Puma is just itself an invocation of that spirit in you. And I'm wondering, just first share about like why working with spirit of animals is so important within your lineage.
For us, we believe here in the Andes that the animals are much smarter, more intelligent, evolved beings, and that their spirit is so much more powerful. And that's why their sacred nature is also very strong. And when we connect with them, we are connecting with a spirit force that is necessary for our healing, for our awakening, for our evolution. We have so much to learn from the animal kingdom. And in their very simple ways of living life, in the powerful connection to their instincts and their nature, we have so much that we can benefit from. And ever since the beginning of times, humanity has lived very close relationship and a very powerful ceremony of life together with the animal kingdom. And throughout the planet, in every ancient culture, there was a communion and a connection with these sacred animals as guides, as teachers, as guardians, as masters of evolution and masters of powerful healing. So for this reason, here in the Andes, we maintain that traditional life. We were blessed to have a lot of these belief systems and a lot of this wisdom still alive. And we connect with all the animals every day, from those that are living with us in our homes, the ones that are domestic, to the wild ones that exist, out in the mountains, out in the wild. And that's how my name also became Puma, because herding my sheep one time I almost got one of my baby lamb taken by a puma. And at that time, I used to call it a cat. And because of these times, I was trying to save my baby lamb. And my grandfather, when he found out about this, he said only a puma would try to take another puma's food away. So because of that, I was initiated and blessed with that given name, Puma. So ever since I carry that sacred nature also, because the puma here in the Andes is one of the most powerful three animals that ever since pre-Incan times, people used to connect with the worlds, with the sacred trilogy. And those were the condor, the puma, and the serpent. They believed these three worlds, the upper world, the world of spirit, the world of the gods, was represented by the condor because it's the highest flying bird on the planet. And in order for this bird to fly so high, he had to have had the lightest heart. So when we connect with the condor, we immediately become light-hearted. Whatever heaviness, whatever hard emotional processes, they become light. And the puma represents this physical world, this physical manifested world. And it's all about vitality, about good health, about power of will, about having clear vision, about being protectors of family and community and of Pachamama, Mother Earth, and also, most importantly, of leadership. And then the inner world, the world of consciousness, was represented by the serpent. And it always represented wisdom, intelligence, cleverness. For this reason, these three power animals were very important in the Andes ever since pre-Incan times. And nowadays, even more so, because it's part of our living culture. It's everywhere. You see Puma altars all over the Sacred Valley, Cusco, like the city, the capital of the Inca civilization was built in the shape of a puma. And all the astronomical observatories where they used to receive the first lights of winter solstice, summer solstice, and equinoxes light up this puma as a city. And until nowadays, it still maintains the Inca foundations and the Inca constructions in the shape of the puma. So we have profound communion, we have profound connection with these animal spirits and with these brothers and sisters who are for us very important mentors in our evolution.
Well, thank you for providing that beautiful story of your own naming and also just the wider purpose of connecting with the higher intelligence of animals. I wonder for the folks who haven't had as direct a significant encounter like you did with the puma, how do you go about sort of, first of all, feeling into which animals might be most important for us to connect to, or which animal might be most important, and then how to go about doing that?
We take it from our ancestors. Every animal that there is evidence of, from ancient times that our ancestors have, put in their weavings or ceramics, or like in the case of the Inca, where the whole cities were built in the shape of them. We take these animals as part of our lives, and we create a strong communion to benefit from what they also used to benefit in those times. Because such a wisdom, such an energy is timeless. It is always of good service to us to have that communion and that connection. I will say, though, with the experience I have now of working with these powerful animal beings and animal spirits, any animal, anywhere in the planet, has so much to offer to us. It's a whole rich, abundant kingdom of wisdom, of intelligence, of sacred knowledge that we as human beings can benefit from. And there is not one animal you cannot learn from or receive from this miraculous energy. Though there are specific animals that our ancestors have. For example, the ones we're going to work today, 2 of them are from the plains of Nazca, this desert where our ancestors had left a whole cosmic map of connecting with the stars through these animals. And the spider and the monkey is coming from that lineage of the Nazca people. The hawk comes from also another pre-Inca culture called Chavin. They did not work with the condors or the eagles. They used to work with the hawks because these birds were territorial and they were always chasing even condors or eagles away from their territory. And for our ancestors, the fact that a hawk could fly from above a condor or an eagle meant that they were birds who could fly closer to the sun. And for that reason, they're powerful warriors. So these animals that our ancestors have worked with have a long, thousands of years history of being part of our lives. So we are benefiting from those ancient traditions and evidence that they have left for us, plus our recent communion and connection with the animals that nowadays we have available in our land. So what is necessary from them, their medicine, their wisdom, is important in these times when we're going through powerful awakening of our consciousness and through powerful healing at a global level.
Beautiful. Well, let's dive into each animal. So spider is depicted in the Nazca lines and was significant to that culture. So what's really the inherited importance and wisdom transmission of spider?
So the most important one of the spider is that it's a weaver. It's a weaver that is working with creating the web with all the materials from within. And it's a master of self-sustainability and self-sufficiency. The spider only uses materials from within to build her world, to build her web. And that nature is the most important that we use nowadays, especially in our spiritual path, in our spiritual journeys, that we don't need anything from outside, that everything we need in order to create in our life, in order to manifest in our path, is within. So we always need to use the materials from within, and that's what we learn from the spider. The spider is that master of self-sufficiency and self-sustainability. The weaving is the connection, the weaving is the communion of family and community. The medicine of the spider is abundant. Once you create your world, once you create your life, which is like the web of the spider, you will manifest abundance. And food arrives to you. You don't need to go looking for it. But in order for that to come, you need to create, you need to build, you need to use that intelligence, that wisdom from within, that creativity from within, in order to attract that abundance and prosperity. So the spider for us represents the wealth, represents the generosity of Pachamama, that once you have used the wisdom, once you have used the knowledge from within, you will manifest abundantly in your life. You will always have whatever that you need and so much more to feed family, to give, to share with the family, to share with the community. So the spider is a master of that abundance, is a master of that manifestation. And also at the same time, for us, they represent the cosmic weavers, because the web always has these geometric symbols of angles. The web always has circles, and the web always has ley lines. And that is the natural manifestation of energy on Mother Earth. We are interconnected through a web of inner light within Pachamama. And when we connect with that web, when we are conscious of this powerful network, we will be of best service to our global family and our global community. So they also represent powerful connection makers, powerful weavers of ley lines that when we connect with them, we can facilitate our process of healing and our process of awakening.
Beautiful overview. I wonder if you can share a bit about how you could specifically connect with spider in a spiritual way and start to integrate everything you just described in how we show up.
The first part is to receive that shiver. You know, a lot of people, when they see spiders, they immediately have that shivering, shocking experience. Because in order for that to happen, we believe the spider is in a higher frequency of vibration. And we as human beings are in a lower frequency of vibration because we are always distracted, we're always stressed, we're always worried, we're not, consciously focusing on bringing our vibration to the highest. Usually, when we see the spider's energy creates that shocking experience. So that is very good. It's important to have that experience, to go outside in nature and see a spider or connect with the spider web. Like whenever you see the spider web, it's very amazing how in ancient cultures they used that same pattern for powerful temples of healing. So whenever you connect with the spider's web, you leave a prayer there. You use that as a prayer container, and you pray for whatever that you need. You leave also a wish. You also leave a blessing for the spider and also anybody else that sees that web. Like somebody else, if it's on a main trail or pathway, many people will be passing by there. So you will leave in that spider web a blessing, a wish, a healing, an advice, little things like love yourself unconditionally, or remember to constantly forgive yourself for things you've done or things that happened to you and you've experienced hardships or difficulties. To leave a healing energy in that web for other people, but most importantly, to call on the spirit of it. So in a meditation, in a visualization, to call in the spider as a spider, or you can also give it a name. For example, here we have different names for the spiders to call on when we're in ceremony, so that we can, with the spirit of the spider, manifest that sacred nature within us. Wherever we go, we will be creators of powerful networks. Wherever we go, we will be manifestors of abundance and prosperity. And most importantly, we will always reach within for more wisdom, for more sacred knowledge, for more potential to be of service here on Pachamama.
Beautiful. How about the monkey, if we go to the monkey next?
The monkey is a fun one. In ancient times, they've always represented the monkey with a tail in a spiral, and that represents evolution and awakening of consciousness. Most importantly, from the Nazca culture, the monkey represents the master of joy, the master of happiness, the creators of a lot of play in our life. Sometimes we're taking life too seriously and we're caught up in so many processes. And the monkey brings to us that playfulness, the monkey brings to us that innocence. And when we arrive to innocence, we become more pure. We become more liberated from whatever heavy energies or low frequencies of vibration. And playfulness, happiness, joy becomes part of our lives. We need to remember that life needs to be celebrated. We need to remember that we need to dance, we need to jump in joy, we need to constantly be happy and not be caught up in whatever stress or worries or fears or tensions. So the monkey is a very powerful master of liberation, is a powerful master of evolution, because while we are playing, while we are happy, while we are enjoying, we are also achieving so much. What is the first achievement? We are connected with our family and our community always. Whatever that is happening to us, our family can feel, our family can receive the sensations, the energy, the feelings of whatever that is happening to us. So when we are happy, when we are joyful, when we are celebrating life, that is the energy we are emanating. And that's what arrives to our family, that's what arrives to our community. And that way, we are being of best service, because that is what we're transmitting. We call that Sami. It's a highly refined energy that is being of best benefit for our family. A lot of people are always going through hard processes constantly, especially now that there is in the collective, we live in a collective consciousness. Whatever that is happening in any part of the world is always affecting us emotionally, psychologically, energetically. So that never goes one way. As well as we can perceive, as well as we can integrate the global process, we can also transmit and emanate globally that joy, that happiness, so that people in the midst of whatever stressing processes, they can just breathe and smile and dance and be more playful. So in this way, the monkey is a very powerful ally. Of course, it's not very easy to see the monkey everywhere. For example, for Nazca people, they lived on the coast in one of the driest deserts in the planet. And the monkeys were not part of their habitat. You know, these monkeys were 500 kilometers away in the Amazon. So in order to receive initiations and blessings from this animal, they used to journey all that distance to the Amazon in order to receive these sacred gifts. But we believe that this monkey is also in the stars, is in the constellation of Orion. And thanks to this communion, whenever they would see the constellation of Orion, they would always benefit from the joy and happiness. Like seeing that constellation was always bringing happiness, joy to your life. And what is always very important and possible is to connect with the spirit of the monkey, to call in the spirit of the monkey into your life in meditations, in ceremonies, as if we were inviting other spirits. Like, for example, we learn how to call on mountain spirits, we call on Pachamama, we call on ancestors to be part of our sacred space. In the same way, we can also call the spirit of the monkey. And just as it arrives to your sacred space, it will bring so much joy and so much happiness to your life.
Love it. And it's so great to just get a deeper angle into the power of these animals. And I want to do the same now with hawk. And I think you're going to, after that, lead us actually an experiential with hawk.
Yes. So the hawk for us, as I was telling you, is a powerful guardian, is a powerful warrior spirit. We constantly need the protection of the hawks. They are fierce birds. They can achieve what we call absolute balance and equilibrium. And you know, when they're planning, when they are looking for food, they can be still in the air, in the wind. They have such a gift of finding that stillness, that powerful balance and equilibrium. And for us in life, everything is about that. Everything is about balance. Everything is about perfect equilibrium, and how there are powerful forces making sure there is balance and equilibrium. And the hawk is a master of using that energy and finding it for himself. The most important medicine that we receive from the hawk is protection. Being closer to the sun means bringing powerful blessings also. Another bird here in the Andes that brings abundance, prosperity, because it's constantly journeying from the sun, bringing a lot of alchemic gold. That alchemic gold can be healing energy, it can be wisdom, it can manifest physically also for us to have as financial abundance, for us to have love, for us to have strong communions with family. So the hawk is this powerful leader. It's also the powerful medicine of leadership. The speeds that it can fly, the balance in the air, that it can fly above the condor and the eagle because they're territorial birds, is for us miraculous. It's for us very magical. And that is why here in the Andes, it represented the master of all portals of initiation, portals of communion with the light and spirit. So for us, this master, the hawk, represents a spirit guide, represents a powerful protector. You can see hawks everywhere. They can be in any part of the world. And most importantly, the spirit of this animal arrives to you often in your dreams, often in your meditations, even before you call on it. The hawk is always present. The hawk is constantly looking at us, like they see us from above. So whatever we're perceiving might be limited, but whatever they perceive is the bigger picture. So they can bring to us understanding, they can bring to us the opening of our vision, of our perception, because they can see everything from above. That's why the sight, the eye of the hawks is so advanced, is so rich, that even our physical science has a hard time being able to study and understand how that is possible, because they see in parallel dimensions. They don't see only this physical realm and this physical world. They can see in the spirit realm. So they're the eyes to have in what we call the invisible worlds. And we call it invisible worlds because they cannot be seen with these physical eyes, but they can be seen with the spirit eyes of the hawk. So you can see, in the energy fields, you can see ley lines on Pachamama, you can see energy fields of people so that you see where they need healing or how you can support them. So we're also calling them doctors, powerful doctors.
Why don't we do the experiential you wanted to do to connect us with the hawk and commune with our inner light?
So for that, we need to breathe in deeply, close our eyes, feel very comfortable, put both of our feet on Pachamama, Mother Earth. Visualize ourselves inside a quartz crystal. When we are inside the quartz crystal, we are liberating, we are transforming whatever worries, tensions, doubts, fears into light. So we are now light within the crystal. We call in to our sacred space the presence of the golden hawk. You see this light, this speck of light, brighter than the sun, flying from the sky towards you. As it arrives, it stands still beside you, telling you that you're going to be taken on a journey. Now you see yourself as a golden hawk inside the crystal. And the golden hawk we called on is right beside you. We are both going to be on a flight. We take off. We're soaring the highest skies. First, you see the family and the community below you as a bright sun. Everything is shining. The land, the houses, the people, everything is shining light. Now, as you're soaring the highest skies, you fly towards the sun. As you're getting closer to the sun, your wings become translucent, like transparent, but at the same time still being light. As you journey to the sun, only the eyes of the hawk can see the sun, and your eyes close because it's so bright. And as you close your physical eyes, you're still soaring. You visualize this white light surrounding you. And the hawk tells you, this is where you come from, this is who you are. You embody, you integrate this divine light. You remember you were always this bright light. You remember that you originated from this bright light. And now you are told to carry this light back to the earth. So you no longer come back as a golden hawk. Now you come back as a translucent crystal hawk. You are flying back to Pachamama. And with just the move of your wings, with a flap, you illuminate, you make everything shine on Mother Earth. Plants, trees, rivers, lakes, people, and their houses are all in shining light. You feel grateful for being a child of this light. You feel grateful for having the hawk as your guide to ever take you whenever you want back to the absolute sun. Whatever message you received is to be shared with family and community. We breathe in deeply. You come back to the center of the crystal, this gigantic crystal. Your pure light becoming flesh and skin in this physical body, lit up and touched by the light of the sun. You have been initiated as bright light, as a child of the sun here on earth, being of best service simply by shining bright. We breathe in deeply. In that gratitude, we open our eyes. Remembering you come from the sun, remembering you are a child of the sun, is the connection with your inner light. And you are already of best service simply by shining bright. This is the medicine of the hawk that takes us on this spiritual journey to our divine origins.
I love that reminder, and just that we're all children of the sun. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing for us each to remember. There's an innocence and sweetness about that emanation of light into the world that is such a profound insight. I'm wondering, so when you connect with the spirit of the hawk like this, what kind of things do you then tend to do over time to reinforce that connection, remind yourself of that connection?
Especially when you are journeying in the mountains, or sometimes when you're traveling and you're driving somewhere, hawks tend to cross your path. They're powerful omens. So whenever you see a hawk, you need to remember that bright light that you are. And you need to manifest in your life ways in which you can shine brighter by simply, giving a hug, giving a wisdom, giving a hand to support somebody in the family that is needing you. The hawk is very serviceful, but at the same time is a leader. When it crosses our path, it's activating a powerful energy in our journey for us to liberate ourselves from that dense, heavy energy. And it's liberating us. It's very powerful, liberating energy. So seeing hawks go across your path, seeing them out in nature is very powerful omens. We must give ourselves as much communion as we can with this sacred bird. But also that means we're powerful protectors. And as protectors and as caretakers of family and community, we need to share with them, we need to give them our wisdom, our experience, our knowledge, our support. And if we can support and help them further, then we do that. Then we use our own strength, we use our own hands in order to serve our family and our community, to help them in whatever heavy processes they're going through. Just your presence with the spirit of the hawk becomes bright light, becomes love, becomes the medicine that is necessary to fix conflicts, to bring the resolution, to bring healing to physical, emotional, psychological disease, to bring powerful liberation from situations and processes we're stuck in. Hawks always love to be free. And they're the masters of freedom. Nothing can limit them or condition them or keep them stuck. So that is why when we call on these powerful birds, that's what we need to first receive and celebrate: our absolute freedom, our free will.
Beautiful. I just love what you share, and I'm struck by. I'm remembering when we were visiting you, just the power. You have this enormous altar as well. Is there value to really creating symbolic representations of the different animals on our altars to just remind us in our ritual and prayer practices?
In ancient practices here of the Amazon, when we work with powerful medicine plants like ayahuasca or San Pedro, you have to have a small totem, small representation of these animals, whether in your altar, in your medicine bundle, or wearing it as a necklace, or having it as a representation in a textile, like in a poncho or a hat, is very important. So these sacred animals become more present in your life. Just as you have them present in your life, you call on them, they bring to you their sacred nature and their blessings. So, for example, whatever we're praying for right now, let's say we need healing, or let's say we need clarity because we're trying to take a next step. The presence of the hawk spirit, who has a bigger perspective, who sees the bigger picture, will say, Puma, you need to be praying for love. Love will bring you the healing. Love will bring you the clarity. Or you need to be praying for manifestation. You need financial abundance, or you need emotional abundance. You need wisdom, intellectual abundance. And that's what's going to bring you out of whatever you're stuck, whatever you're caught up in. So they pray with you, but they pray from a higher consciousness. And whatever that you are asking for in your life might be limited, where the hawk will be able to see beyond that limitation.
Well, Puma, you're just such a fountain of beautiful wisdom from the Andes and really from your own life. And I know it's just been such a blessing for us to work with you at the Shift Network and receive some of this profound teaching. So I want to spend a little time now talking about your upcoming course for folks who would like to go deeper into this deep medicine work with spirit animals. The program is going to be called Shamanic Rituals to Embody the Healing Power of Spirit Animals. Journey into animal magic to gather wisdom and empower your spiritual awakening. You can see it at the URL healingspiritanimals.com, healingspiritanimals.com. It's a 7-week program. There are no prerequisites. So it's really just if your heart and spirit are calling you to make this exploration and integrate this wisdom in your life, Puma is warmly inviting you to join. So Puma, I'd love for you to share a little bit about, on the high level, about why this work with spirit animals is so important again, and then I'll read out the module titles so you can give a preview of what you're teaching in each.
We're going to be exploring for the first time in this course a journey, a profound journey into the mysteries of the animal kingdom. And I say this for the first time because I have been teaching about animal spirits to my students as part of their training with the mesa, with the healing practices. You know, we always believe we can heal faster with the help of these animal spirits, where if we work just by ourselves with our human nature, our physical body especially takes a longer time to catch up with the healing process. So in order to achieve accelerated healing, accelerated awakening, animal spirits are powerful allies. And we're going to learn in this course rituals, prayers, visualizations, ceremonies that our ancestors have used for thousands of years to make their lives so much more magical. And I'm super excited that we're doing this in these times when we mostly need it.
Amen to that. Module 1, embody the energy of the hawk, warrior of the sun, to face life's challenges with courage and insight.
In this module, we're going to be connecting with our golden light, with our inner light of the sun. We're going to learn rituals of facilitating our journey, but also of the family and community to that process of enlightenment. And it will be like a spiritual initiation to being powerful medicine here on Pachamama.
Module 2, take on the energy of the whale, sacred cosmic oracle, to cultivate calm, inner harmony, and peace in the midst of chaos.
There is nothing better than the oracle for this sacred module, because the whale has been a very powerful one for the Andean people. A whole pyramid of the gods was built in the coastline of Peru, in Lima, south of Lima, called Pachacamac. In front of this pyramid is this sacred whale as a powerful oracle. And the oracle transcends time and space and tells you the wisdom, the knowledge about the path you have walked, even though you've been in it You haven't experienced everything. And about the path where you are heading in preparation for what steps you need to give to prepare you best for the experiences that are coming in your life.
Module 3, discover which plants will address your health and spiritual issues with the wisdom of the jaguar, plant medicine master of the Amazon.
This one I am very excited about because the first being that taught human beings about ayahuasca, chacruna, and healing plants was the jaguar. The jaguar actually takes on spiritual journeys. This is the only animal that we believe has an interdimensional consciousness because it actually journeys with these plants. It eats these plants and journeys and becomes a powerful doctor. So only the jaguar can tell you right from your backyard what plants to use for your own healing and how you need to work with them too. Some of them are to have, as external medicine. Some of it is for you to have as infusions. So it's a powerful journey to the Dr. Jaguar and its powerful medicinal plants.
Module 4, accelerate your success and become a more compassionate listener when you embody the energy of the deer, messenger of the Apus.
This one is a module where we're going to work with powerful allies to manifest, to bring in success, to bring in achievement of the goals that we have been carrying on for many years, but we haven't been able to achieve fast enough. The deer is a blessed child of Mother Earth and of the mountains, of the Apus. That's why they can run faster uphill. And that gift of running faster uphill means achieving faster our goals and achieving success in an accelerated way.
Module 5, embody the energy of the monkey, master of fertility and playfulness to experience greater joy, laughter, and sexual energy.
We're going to bring in the activation of that vitality, of that kausai energy, which is that sexual energy, which in a playful way and with the rituals that our ancestors had can bring in also powerful healing and so much joy to our lives by liberating whatever belief systems that no longer serve us about our sexuality.
Module 6, connect with the spider, cosmic weaver of abundance to activate the power of attraction in your life.
We're going to create powerful webs, powerful networks in this module so that with the help of this animal spirit, we can attract and we can call in that which we need in our lives in this moment.
And finally, Module 7, embody the energy of the goose, master of love and sacred science to protect lifelong relationships and heal from trauma, grief, and sorrow.
In this one, I wanted to complete with the master of love and with the master of compassion, with the guardian of the lakes, which are the Andean goose. They're always in families and always in couples. They're these monogamous birds that mate for life. And the commitment to our soul journey, to our spirit journey, to our gifts and how we're going to offer them to the planet is how we're going to complete these 7 weeks in preparation for us to go deeper with more advanced animal spirits. Because this is going to continue. Like once these portals are opened up, they will be present for the rest of your life. And you will be able to connect with so many animal spirits in your life that it's going to be so rich that we're going to be living a more rich and more powerful humane life, but with the instincts, with the nature, with the intelligence of these sacred animals.
Well, what a profound and beautiful blessing this course is going to be for whoever chooses to move forward. Again, there's more details at healingspiritanimals.com, healingspiritanimals.com. So the course is going to include not only 7 90-minute live sessions with Puma, which are really offering these deep wisdom transmissions and experiential practices to connect with each spirit animal and embody that essence in your life. You'll also have time to ask questions live with Puma and engage in interactive discussions with your classmates as well. We're going to get recordings of every session, both video and audio, as well as word-for-word transcripts to work with, study, and highlight. There'll be weekly exercises for home, as well as a Facebook community to support you and deepen your experience. And the caliber of community that forms around Puma's work is really extraordinary. So you're in for a treat just to have that global community. On the page, you'll also see a number of extra bonuses. There's a meditation journey with hummingbird animal spirit. Hummingbird plays a really important role in the cosmology of the Andes as well. And Puma, you want to share a little bit about that special bonus?
Yes, so this one is a journey with the hummingbird spirit looking for flowers in our lives. And these flowers will become not only people, but also situations, and how we can benefit by taking the nectar out of this flower and feeding our hearts, our physical bodies, bringing in new life, vitality, and the abundance, the generosity of Pachamama to present to us all these flowers. And in the spirit journey is very rich and very powerful.
That's a great bonus. And there's also more bonuses too. There's a Quechua prayer to call in the animal spirits. This is a PDF with audio from Puma. And on the page, you'll also see we have a special bonus that comes when you sign up by midnight tonight. This is our way to encourage you to really take this time now after the call to tune in, read the page, and get clear about whether this is the right next step for you. And if you decide to move forward today, you're going to get a special bonus. This is the Andean trilogy of animal spirits. Puma, we want to share about that special bonus they get today?
Yes. So this one is about these sacred animal spirits that the Inca people worked with. They believed these three animals, if you could only work with these three animals in your life, it already is going to become rich. It already is going to become very powerful and full of joy and happiness. The puma, the serpent, and the condor. So we're going to dive into the mysteries and the medicine of these sacred three animals.
Well, it's going to be such a blessing to take this program. So thank you again for creating it. Again, the whole thing is laid out at healingspiritanimals.com. We've kept the investment very accessible for this program. It's just 3 payments of $128, or you save 10% when you pay in full, which is one payment of $349. The course is going to start November 6th and run Mondays at 1 Pacific and 4 Eastern and 1 Wednesday. And even if you can't make those live times, you can still get the recordings right away and also the transcripts and the community and really engage the practices. Part of the point of these programs is really that you can return to them for years to come. So you have access to this as part of your wisdom library and to really remind you whenever you need it. So I love the testimonials. I can say personally, everybody falls in love with Puma. He just emanates so much love, so much grace, and really uplifting teacher to be around. And so you can see that in the caliber of the comments. Thank you, Puma, for bringing me back to love. Puma's program was truly life-changing, radiates light, healing energy even across the waves. One of the best spiritual teachers I've had the pleasure of learning with. There's so many great testimonials from people who have worked with Puma and just love him as I do as well. So again, you can find all the details at healingspiritanimals.com, healingspiritanimals.com. So Puma, we have a few minutes left. Anything you still want to share about the program, or you want to bless us and close today?
I am very excited to be in this wonderful journey with the animal spirits. And I invite you, my wonderful family, to join me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very powerful. And it's going to be epic. So I'm sending you powerful blessings from our Puma. In this pipe is the Puma master. And the Puma is the master of this world, this physical world. So bringing healing to you for your physical temples, for your physical bodies, whatever that you're having, any difficulties with, any pain, any struggles, receive the blessings from our ancestors, from Pachamama, through the Puma medicine. Infinite blessings.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you, my
Thank
wonderful
you.
family.
Thank you, Puma, and thank you all for joining. And again, if you'd like to go further with shamanic rituals to embody the healing power of spirit animals, you can do so at healingspiritanimals.com, and you get the special bonus on the Andean trilogy of animal spirits when you sign up by midnight tonight. So many blessings, and thank you so much.